Family deity. Some of the things people are suffering is a result of burning of family deity. Deity is different from charm. You can burn charm. Charm is what an individual did to subdue the other person. That is charm. It is what an individual did against another person. That is charm. But deity is a shrine that has agreement. Is a shrine that people agreed and bring into a family. That is what they call deity. That is what they call juju. The family agreed and brought that deity to that family. So anytime people are tired of that deity, people don't want that deity again, burning it is not an option. Because when you burn it, your faith can carry the burning. What about the faith of your own child? What about the faith of your grandchild? What about the faith of others? Because anybody's faith that did not carry will go down. The deity must fight back. Anybody that does not have strong faith to push, the deity must fight back. That is why you see so many families who has burnt their deity. You see untimely death. You see sudden death. You see premature death. You see things not working. Everything tied down because they burnt the deity. What you're supposed to do when you're tired of deity is to return it. Look for a way. Look for who knows the history of that deity. Look for who knows how that deity came to your family and send it back. If you're a believer that you don't want to get involved, what you do is to give money. Tell them to take this money, go and send it back. After they send back the deity, bring church people to bless the land, to clean off the land, to bring peace. That is how you can get peace. But if you start from the beginning and burn the deity, any pastor, any evangelist, any prophet that finished burning that deity has kept problem for you. Problem that your children will suffer. Problem that people around you will suffer. What you're supposed to do is to return back the deity. And what does that mean? Thank you for coming. We don't want you again. We have received the higher power. Who have known the higher power. And who is that higher power? Jesus Christ. Now my family and I has known Christ. We know Christ now. We're walking with Christ now. We don't want you again. We don't want what the agreement you had with our great-grandfather. We don't want the agreement you have with our father. We don't want the agreement you have with our uncles. We don't want the agreement you have with our aunties. Now we're returning you back. Please go in peace. You return that deity back. You come back to your family. You bless your family. You do family liberation. That is where you will get peace. That is why some people will call you and tell you that immediately they remove the deity in their family, they started facing challenges. They started facing sudden death. They started facing premature death. It's because that deity had an agreement with that family before coming. It was one or two persons who went and brought in that deity. Now, the deity has done one or two things for that family. If you don't want the deity again, you return back the deity. You don't burn the deity. You don't aggravate anger. You don't bring what you cannot carry. Because if you, that is a believer, have the faith to subdue, what about those behind? What about those, your offspring? What about your families? What about other people? So that is why the best thing you should do is to return back the deity. Then after returning back the deity, you bring church people who will come and bless that land, who will come and bless that family, who will come and liberate that family. When you do that, you'll see there will be peace. You see there will be love. You see things will start moving. You see that there will be no reproach in that family. So my warning is, do not burn the deity. Return back the deity. And don't forget, the spiritual life controls the physical. That's what I have to say.